Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. My name is Aqua7729, Tristan Dazzalotl, whatever you like to call me. I play video games and I talk to people on the internet. I'm a former cult member, a former Jehovah's Witness, so I try to make this a place for everybody, but I do talk about sensitive subjects such as politics, theology, religion, and philosophy. Welcome on in. We got ourselves our people in the chat. We got ourselves Demo. We got Geeks, who had just had his birthday yesterday. And we have Crooked, one of my favorite mods. Today we're playing Slay the Spire 2. What? Not Project Zomboid? I've been actually playing Project Zomboid on my own. I've been having a blast. Turns out, when you are focused and you don't have the same distractions, such as chat, you die a lot less. Like, you just die a lot less. Also, that is the Odin. And yeah, we're in it. I'm just a wee bit tired. That's okay. We will just start playing the game. I'm a send Goobs Mooch after you. With a name like Goobs Mooch, sure, why not? You may try to. Alright. It's a 5-day stream streak. Certainly nothing to my favorite man. Hey, Ron Lothar, how you doing? My next day neighbor is being a wee bit loud. Greed angle? I don't like it. Kaleidoscope! Pillar of Creation. Technically, statuses are creation. And 32 damage. Okay, sure. A boom boom! Wow! I did not think this one through. Yes, Demo. Tesla, beam cell. We take the beam cell. Iteration. Cool-headed scrape. I watched that movie with Tom Hanks in it about his boat getting hijacked. Oh, what was his name? Where I turned him into a Chad instead of just a person that was just kidnapped. He was not a Chad. They apparently made his actions far more heroic in the movie than they did in than it was IRL. Then again, I'm not 100% sure. This game hates me! I have no one. I don't for sure know. I just heard. I could be entirely wrong. All my best cards at the bottom of my deck against an enemy that does this. I might have been able to kill him there, actually. It was traumatizing. Why was it traumatizing? This game fucking hates my guts. Trash to treasure. Okay, this game may not fully hate me now. Yeah. Piracy is a dangerous occupation. Why don't cargo ships just carry weapons? There might be some, like, specific thing that you're not allowed to do. Like, there are, like... certain... Oh. It's like asking, why don't, like, civilians carry carry guns instead of, like, in case they get, like, shot or something. Fast. Oh, I'm dead. Cool. Yeah, and if your company is very, cheap. Sight of Flesh and Eidolon. Well, the Sight of Flesh is great, the Eidolon sucks. Yep. It's an okay movie. Certainly not bad things to say. Aqua didn't think this through before he did walk this through. Because Aqua doesn't think ahead before he does his actions do. Do 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 do. Aqua does not think his actions through. He does not think his actions through. Yes, demo. I'm glad your friend is amazing. Hello, Daniel Barry. No offense, but this game looks dumb. Okay. You're allowed to have wrong opinions, bud. Like, if you desire, those are totally... You're allowed to have bad opinions. Rubber Reagan. Well, I guess I have Eidolon. Ah, shit. But this is a pretty critically acclaimed game, Marmon. Except, of course, when this happens. Unlucky. Okay. They're dead. Another Sleight of Flash. Very interesting. Strike Dummy is pretty fucking useless. Hey, it's World Revenger. What stupid stuff do you want to say today? I'm not progressive enough? I'm not progressive enough. That's impressive. I guess that does classify as a stupid thing to say. Yes. Debilitate or Putrefy? Putrefy is really good, but so is Debilitate. I'd like, preferably, both of these. Putrefy has a chance to do damage, but I can't reapply it. Said he's just a cis-white male that called you a heterogooner. A heterogooner? What does heterogooner mean? I am so curious what a heterogooner means. Google it, schmuck? Nah. Why'd I Google? We're facing Berdonus. What's better? More energy? I think more energy is better than 20 bursts. YouTube won't let me tell you. Hetro? Case in point. You better use the Tor browser. Why would I use the Tor browser? Okay, so we have a lot of damage, but we don't have a lot of AoE damage. And we'll try to make it through this fight, shall we? I guess we've got bronze scales. Because you live in a communist dictatorship? I live in a communist dictatorship? I live in a communist dictatorship? How so? Oh, piss off. Been a while since I've lost to these guys. In fact, when have I lost to these guys before? I couldn't get any of them. But yeah, so what? Where do you think I live? China? Although they're technically not even a communist dictatorship. Yeah, you said you were from Cuba? No. No, I don't believe I have ever once said that I was. You do like one of those white Cubans. One of these days, World Revenger, you might be funny, but today is definitely not that day. Alrighty. Glam Leg Sweep's not bad. That's a big block card, a lot of weak. Poison is a lot of damage. Upgrade it, but, you know, it's only 8. They have Midnight Meat Vans that go and take distance away in the dead of the night to silence. Cool. Yeah, I don't live there. Anyways, we take the Leg Sweep. I've seen footage. I'm sure you have, buddy. Enchanted card was sewn. Yeah, I'll just upgrade a card. Do that. Now it's an epic card. Now I just need to find I just need damage now. The thing's permanently weak. They took your jobs. Oh? Who? I live in Canada. People don't take my jobs. I don't have such a flimsy, weak government that has to lie to their own people that, you know, immigrants are stealing their jobs. Flechettes and bouncing flask. That's damage. Dodge and roll, anticipate, flag, none of these. Choose a skill to enchant nimble. Let's make another big bar card. That sounds terrible. Not having a weak government that lies by saying that immigrants are stealing your jobs sounds terrible. What? Only friend today is anyone in the Twitch chat? Yeah, I have a couple people in Twitch chat. You're certain? I do not claim to be. You're not my friend. It's only 20 minutes in on a Sunday too. I do not claim you. Took a little bit of damage. Remember when I got banned for calling out for the War vs. Twitch chat and you got scared? I have never been scared of you once in my life. Is this a... Okay, what is this? This first time chat. Top Twitch streamer posts thousands. If you're interested, add him in on Discord. Tell him Kyle sent you. Hey, Crooked, do you think this is a bot? That's your own fault. You do claim me? Really? Would a person that claims you do this? Also, Crooked, do you think that was a bot? Do you think Kyle really cares about me? But Kyle sent you. Kyle. That might have been my one big break, Crooked. You just took it away from me. Oh wait, was it actually Kyle? Not Kyle, it was Cly? It was Cly? That's really funny, actually. Also classic, my poison at the bottom of my deck. Very classic. You might have ruined my one big break, Crooked. I can't believe you. Also, did you see? I don't know if you saw this, but I did. I got rid of world. I took World Revenger, and he's like, you claim me, Aqua, you claim me. I'm like, oh, what a person that claims you do this. And then I just, like, I just kicked him from the chat, timed him out for a while. Oh, yikes. Also, that count was made literally 8 minutes ago and followed you 2 minutes ago. Oh, yeah. You might have ruined my break, Crooked. Can't believe you. I believed in Cly, not Kyle. I believed in Cly. How dare you steal my... like, he could have been my new favorite man, Cly. He could have been my new favorite man. Poison step. I am only getting fucking comments here. Absolutely not. The rare Soldier-Red. The rare Soldier-Red coming in should be like, no, he's mine. Only ever coming in. As you should. To be fair, when aren't you hot? No. Okay. Correct. I like to be objectively correct when I can. Hey, Noxious Fumes, that saves my deck a little bit. Well, man, Act 1's kicking our ass today. You have broken my heart, Aquarium. Well, and you can't say I claim you. Because I felt nothing except humor when I did that. For you, popping into my chat was the greatest day of your life. For me, it was Tuesday. Gunk up's a lot of damage. Already paying off. Ooh, okay. Okay. I like where this is going. Some physical damage. A thrumming hatchet. Ooh, between a thrumming hatchet and an equilibrium. Ooh. I think we take the equilibrium. Of course, yeah. We draw all of our worst cards at the beginning of the deck, but that's okay. Subroutine, hologram, leap. Probably a hologram. How much damage can I do? 16 plus 3 is 19 plus 15. So 19 plus 15. Oh, that's like directly lethal. Hey, I can do math, guys! Hey, I can do math. Ooh, good turn one. You think it's funny to bully members of the LGBTQIA+++ community? No. It is funny to, you know, mess with people that think they're being funny. Also, I don't doubt for a second that you are gay. You just did? Oh. Well, just know that it had nothing to do with you being gay. But I don't doubt for a second that you are gay. Aww, we don't use that. We don't use those words in my chat like that. Back into the dark you go. Empty. Hey, Freeze Pop, how you doing? Turbo. That might be actually a reason to turbo, actually. I like it. I'm gonna rest. Ah, flanking it. And this is why I rest. Chilling on my day off, just getting started? Yeah. I'm not doing like the crazy amounts. I've only been up for live for half an hour. Mushroom Boy? Yeah, the flanking it. Fuck those guys. Now, there's a reason why I'm going to hold on to this. For that reason. Ooh. That's the reason why I did that. Symbiotic virus refract. Might be okay. Well, goes in doing. It does 3 mana. What? 12, 24. 3 mana, 24, and then E. Boost away. Alright, time to fight Jeremy Crimbus. You'll like this one. This is Jeremy Crimbus. Say hello to Jeremy Crimbus. Goodbye, Jeremy Crimbus. Adaptive Strike and Reboot. Do I need Adaptive Strike? I'll take it. Chant all strikes in your deck with Tezcatara's Ember. Start a turn, exhaust the top card of your draw pile and gain 1 strength. Also interesting. Toasty Mittens. Yeah, there might be a reason to take this. We have a lot of ways to generate unwanted cards, or at least cards that we can bring back, like Adaptive Strike. We have, like, Boost Away. We've got... the only card that we will ever cry if it gets burned away is our Bulk Up. Everything else we can, like, deal with. So let's go. Unfortunately, I just take 19 damage for free. Takes my Equilibrium. How dare you? Charge battery. I'll take it. Ooh, I could have. Oh. It's okay. Ah! Bulk Up! Flamey. Hello. I knew it was going to come sooner or later, but I didn't want to come at that soon. You're a hello cause I'm a Gogu now? Alright, have fun. I don't care. Always remember to goon responsibly and ethically. Oh, it is a funny dude has arrived to my chat. I'm good. How are you doing? Goodbye, charge battery. You will be missed. Are you a communist? Didn't I release you free from asking me that question? Or are we still on this? Ooh, shit. Ow. I thought I released you from your permanent bondage. Another, okay. Good timing. Hello, Dismillipede. Rocket punch. Alright. Ow. Ow. No choice. Damn, I thought I gave you one. Oh well. We take 11 here because this game is not fair. Strike, dummy. It's the bees. We die here, right? Rip. With 464 gold, no less. Damn! Well, I think it's greed time. I mean, our little guy is on the card art, so, like, it is in character to take greed. And yes, sometimes you just take cards that are just, like, you know, correct for the character. And by correct, I mean, like, it's your character's card art is on them, so of course you take it. Crescent Spear, Solar Strike, Convergence. Alright, let's see what we're working on. Black!
Oh.
Very interesting, very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. Alright, we got ourselves a build. Oh! Gone? Orbit, Cosmic Indifference, or Monologue. Orbit is free energy, cosmic. You take an orbit because then you might get another orbit, and then another orbit, and then another orbit. Dude, what the F are you playing? Jarhead. I'm playing Slay the Spire 2. It is a roguelite, card-based simulator thingamajigger thing. You're a loser? You saying that I'm a loser? Oh, is that so? Why do you think so? I know the concept of communism, mostly just the whole no private property, no government, just local community sort of deal. Of course, HOAs tend to suck. Well, as they always say, communism's never been tried, only because every time they've tried to do it, they died. It created an autocracy. I'll play this pale dot one. Oh, okay. Okay, I bet it's green. Hell yeah. Charge. I don't know what I'm adding to this deck. I'm just adding stuff to this deck, and maybe it works out. A left Gucci shoe, hello! Just popping by because I too am streaming. Hello, Gucci. I hope that you're enjoying your stream. You better be enjoying your stream. This is an actual threat, Gucci. This is a threat. You better be enjoying your stream. Okay. Well, I tried. But yeah, the idea of communism is always great, right until you try to implement it. Especially as a competing system against capitalism, because then capitalists also will go out of their way to kill it. Hello, Phylan.
We have to remove that curse as soon as possible.
I had an intense architecture debate. Were you discussing, like, what is better to hold up pounds per square inch? Or, like, why? What was so, divisive? If I laugh. For a natural museum, our little nerd is like a small hobby. I pick up a haunt with no souls in the hopes that I will find souls. Shit. Fucking nibbit. Defy is a good card.
Why are you doing so much damage?
Also, for a weird reason, AI debate, I found today a person that didn't understand AI is a commercial term for LLM, not real AI. Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah. That's just a sad reality we live in. That is an unfortunate reality that we unfortunately live in, that they think that's it. Fucking Richard Dawkins is even saying, it's a real AI! I'm just like, oh, it's this guy's back. The same bot twice? I must be getting famous. Hey, Rila, how you doing? They weren't talking to you, they were talking about the bot. I feel like those CROs are either idiots or disconnect with the project. The Cloud one saying, I am scared of what we are doing, very sensationalist. Oh, of course. We don't have AI, we have a thing pretending to sound like a conversation between us. Of course it's going to sound that way. We created something that is trying to sound similar to us, and it's doing its job. That doesn't mean that it's alive. Also, am I dead? Back! Or thinking, or real. In the sense of, like, it having consciousness. I can't drink water today, apparently. Catastrophe. A chatbot with a wide data bank, essentially. Discovery is infinite cards. Catastrophe, Discovery. I like Discovery. I've always liked Discovery, even in the first game. Big fan of Discovery. Of course, it's the bottom of my deck, but that's okay. And by that's okay, I mean it's absolutely not okay. Paired. I'd really like to stop feeling like death, but man, why are you feeling like death right now? Why I feel like death? Thrumming habits. Yeah, finish. Shit. That's only 3 damage at the end of the day, that's fine. Acrobatics. I was feeling great till I got back from the Tattoo Expo. Also not you, Outcast. Did you get sick from the Tattoo Expo? That's footwork. So, well, that does, you know, that doesn't change the fact that you not get sick from it. You could be there for 1 second to be sick from it. You could catch something. Ah, Marie Antoinette, how you doing? Okay. Ow. I have to take Den here so I don't lose all my money. Okay. Fair enough. By fair enough, I mean that's bullshit. Give me my money back. Noxious Fumes. We are a pretty slow deck. This helps with very slow decks. But if you don't get small tattoos that spell expose. Ooh, bad go. I should probably take the snake bite, if only for Lagavulin. But what about a second discovery? Well, you've heard of first discovery, but now, have you considered a second one? So I wouldn't get a tattoo, but I liked it on other people. I'm very similar if I land. Getting larger pieces is fine, but most excellent a tattoo cost vendors allowed to charge a stop undercutting, so one that might be like 50 ends up being 100. Ooh, key. Oi, be bye, be bye. Calculated game. I'm taking this deflect. I have an idea. We're going to die because of this idea, but I have an idea. But it's super fun even if you don't want just seeing the art is cool. Oh yeah, I can see that. I did it! 2 discoveries! We just find random bullshit! That is our plan, and that is how we will win, Snecko. No, we don't take Snecko. Wraithform could be interesting. Blackstar. We are kind of incentivized to kill a lot of elites. Hey guys, do you want to see this really good run just be thrown away into the pisser? Off we go! Shit. I hate that stupid thing. Cloak and Dagger will take. Get right. Three for my. Hopefully, they're still there. DLO Brown. The better title might be "I was a Jehovah's Witness and now atheist." This isn't Waco. No offense. Oh, okay. So DLO Brown. What makes you think that Jehovah's Witnesses aren't cult members? Do you think that they're a completely benign religion, if just a little bit weird? Like, do you think that Jehovah's Witnesses are fairly benign as a religion? A lol doesn't necessarily answer the question. Is that a raven wings on my chest? Oh, that's really cool, Rila. Fairly benign to a cult. That's a leap. No, I'm asking you, DLO Brown. Do you think that Jehovah's Witnesses, do you think that? Right? DLO Brown. Do you think that? Do you think that they are fairly benign, right, as a religion? Right? I'm asking you if that's your opinion about Jehovah's Witnesses. Waco. Yes. Once again, that doesn't answer my question. Do you think that Jehovah's Witnesses are not, of a specific variety to be classified as a cult? I mean, probably, yeah. Yeah, what makes you think that? Like, why do you think that Jehovah's Witnesses are not that dangerous? I hear they are intense and have social pressures. I'm not into that. I'm just saying a cult would be like Waco or Heaven's Gate. Okay, so they have to kill people to be a cult, is what you're saying. Right? They have to get people killed to be a cult. Is that what you're saying? By your definition, like a cult would be you have to get someone killed to be a cult? Just making sure I'm working with you. Yeah, no. I get you from the inside and have a lot of history with them. That doesn't answer the question. Jehovah's Witnesses get their people killed by multiple different methods. First, the elimination of blood transfusions and the rejection of a lot of medical science, allowing for a lot of Jehovah's Witnesses, both in the past and currently, to be killed for, their zealotry. This includes children, as to which they have bragged about their children being martyred for their faith. So yeah, there's that. There's also the distinct lack of protections where they have done hypocrisy, where in Rwanda, during the Rwandan genocide, they told that the people there not to get a political card to save their skin. And it was in a large part to the fact that they didn't get a political card that a lot of Rwandan Jehovah's Witnesses were murdered during that regime and genocide. But then during the whole thing with, there was a whole story with Mexico where they were allowed to get this Cartier card, which is basically a political card, simply because reasons. It was whatever the governing body said. So they actively kind of like poked the bear to not let that happen. And then third, a lot of Jehovah's Witnesses have committed suicide because they lose all contact with their friends and family because either they break the rules or realize they don't want to be part of it anymore. And then they get completely shunned by their entire faith. So yeah, they kill people. Hopefully that clears it up for you. That's not Davidian, not Heaven's Gate. Well, you don't have to do that because you lost family. That's not that. Oh, suddenly you're changing the definition of the word cult? They have to, so it's more than they just have to get their people killed? Yeah, sorry. I use Cult synonymous with High Control Group, which is laid out by Stephen Hassan, a psychologist, putting in a very specific idea of cult and following the BITE model, which is a lot less extreme than it gets people killed if they follow their religion. Yeah. You were wrong from the outset, but I was also showing you that they are not benign. Jehovah's Witnesses are not benign. And yeah, I never claimed that Jehovah's Witnesses are Heaven's Gate, but, you know, if you're getting your people killed due to that, changing death by cult, yeah, you're shifting the goalpost of your definition of cult, even though it was wrong from the outset. You're shifting it to an even more, like, specific type, which is still wrong. Yeah. Confusing structure with the outcome. Yeah. You kinda are? Not really. Not at all. My definition of cult is backed up by psychology. Is yours? You think that's death by cult? Oh, so Jehovah's Witnesses that actively refuse proper medical device, proper medical things due to extreme religious beliefs that is being instilled with them under the threat of disfellowshipped from the group, is not death by cult? Yeah, I disagree with you. Not to mention the other, like, stuff that you were wrong about and how cults operate, right? Because there's a lot more to cults than just, and everybody died. That's their belief. You can dispel, you can't dispel a Waco? You totally can. Oh, hi, Flower. That's their belief. You can disfellowship, you can't dispel a Waco? You totally can. If you try to leave Waco, right, there are certainly instances where they might try to kill you in leaving, but, you know, there are also different extremes of cults. You know this, right? Moist. And then one for the God Cat. So yeah, my cult's back. My definition: try to disfellowship Waco guy. Lol, try it. Yeah, people died. To be fair, Waco is a very weird cult because the US government got involved and it was incredibly messy. Like, Waco was more of an example of, you know, really bad governmental, like, overreach. More than, like, you're better off using Jonestown. But yeah, if you aren't Jonestown, you aren't a cult is not a statement you want to be making. Because then you completely ignore, like, all the isolating factors, the methods used to control you. Because that's what a cult's about. It's trying to control you. It's not about death. It's not about trying to kill you. It's about controlling you. Who's the cult? You're gonna have to be more specific, bud. Yeah, and I'm not saying they aren't cults either. Do you think that I'm disparaging cults by comparing them? Because if you think that I am, no. You would bow to Waco Davidian, dude? I would not. Feck all cults. I hate cults. Especially since I grew up in one. Are you still consuming bark? No, not today. In my cult, gay people face ostracism. Some of them get into high stress and even high risk of suicide by the pressure of forming traditional families. Yeah. Once again, like, there's so much to cults. It's more than just the extreme cults that get, like, just the only cults that, like, get people killed. Like, if it was just those cults, like, yeah, but then you also disparage, like, all the other cults that are so little. Did bad to the poor Davidians? Okay. Yeah, you have conversion therapies, all this sort of stuff. I would never bow to any cults. Not anymore. Maple syrup? I have no idea. I'm talking to a guy that doesn't think Jehovah's Witnesses are a cult because they don't have a high enough kill count. Because not everybody's dead by the end of it. Apparently, to be a cult, everybody has to die. That's the only way a cult has to be. The only way a government can, the only way a cult can exist is by, you know, having everybody in it die. Which, you know, would make it only a cult after everybody was dead. So it'd be a retrospective thing rather than a current thing. Which means, and nothing is a cult from the moment it is. From the moment you're talking, like, about it, that means nothing is a cult until after everybody's dead. Which I find to be very amusing. It's not a universal label for them. Cults are a universal label for high control groups, yes. Who are Davidians? Davidians are a type of cult. I believe they're from the British government. I could also be wrong. That could be a different cult. But yeah, I believe they're British cult that, like, believe that they're, like, one of the the lost 12 tribes of Israel were settled in Britain somewhere. I could also be very wrong with that. Are they a cult? Oh yeah, the Davidians are 110% a cult. Like, absolutely they're a cult. Davidians? Oh, they were Waco. I was thinking of a different cult. Waco is an example of a cult. So, A, it's amazing. Waco is the story of a cult. Basically, you had, David Koresh. He was a very sick and twisted man. Believed he was, like, basically the second coming of Christ. I am simplifying it. There's a lot more to it, but he led a cult where he had a lot of wives, he had a lot of control over the members. He took those members into a rural place in Waco, Waco as a place, and the government. Then there was a standoff between Waco and the government. Him and the government. He was saying like, "This is the end times. You have to fight," and it made a clash between the local law enforcement and his group, and pretty much everyone in there died. It is a very sad story. Is this related to Jehovah's Witnesses? No. Well, it's related to Jehovah's Witnesses in the sense that they're both cults. And this guy, D.L.O. Brown, is claiming that Jehovah's Witnesses are not cults because they don't get enough people killed. And I also did math wrong. Yeah. That's still hurts. Mystic Lighter, probably. Hey. With a strike, call it a day. Should have enough scaling damage to fight this guy. I gotta explain to someone that we watch a cult forum in live TV in the US and no one talks about it. Oh, you mean like MAGA? Absolutely. Even Stephen Hassan, like, will say, like, yeah, they follow a lot of the same guidelines. Jehovah's Witnesses are hated men, like literally hated. They don't like them. Well, to be fair, they kind of like it that way. Waco, Heaven's Gate, and Jonestown was a final total end to all their cult, basically. That is not what you described. My definition of cults is high control group. A high control group characterized by the following, usually identified using the BITE model, which stands for behavioral, information, thought, and emotional control. Many aspects of many organizations will influence one or more of those aspects. However, cults control those aspects through multiple methods. Isolation, guilt, shaming, and threatening with, force of some kind. Most influential popular framework for defining cults comes from psychiatrist Robert J. Lifton in his 1961 book, Thought, Reform, and Psychology of Totalism. The point of subheadlines: milieu control, domain over all communication in someone's life, mystical manipulation, demand for purity, the cult of confession, sacred science, loading the language, doctrine over persons, dispensing of existence. Yeah, and I mean, Stephen Hassan does that, but talks about that, and I find he's a better and newer source than Robert J. Lifton. Hey Aqua, I'm here and liked your channel to help the Elgrim. Thank you. Yeah, right, that's what family does without religions in all history. Yes, and they're cults. You're trying to make cults like something like super hyper, so highly specific that you can't name anything else that wouldn't be considered a cult. There have definitely been many cults throughout history. And no, it doesn't end with everybody dying. Vast majority of cults, that's not the case. We have slots to draw. We should probably take this one. Obtain bias cognition. Yeah, words matter. I am well aware that words matter. This is your emotion? It has nothing to do with emotion. Remember that I am basing mine off psychologists and what they are saying. Right? Even this old one we have, right? Even this old one, we have Robert J. Lifton. I've mentioned Stephen Hassan. Like, I'm backing up my words with data. You are just saying nuh-uh and just using Waco as your example for the example for all cults. And that's not necessarily the example of all cults. Is Scientology a cult? Yes, they are. Feel sorry, maybe not all of them I like. I don't like to generalize big news. People are doing debates and dragging their names to the dirt. Obtain a curse. I'll take a curse. A parasite kills its host is a failure. Yeah, a very apt description. Waco is real deadly cult. You want to use cult as it is serious as Waco? If I was going to be as serious as Waco, I would make sure that I specify. But once again, you are saying nuh-uh. When I am backing up my thing with actual, people. Do you have, because I have pointed out, scientists and people talking about this thing. You have not. Ugh. Is Scientology only for rich people? Not necessarily. They'll try to suck up as much money as anything. Say minor cult or Mormon-like religion. Mormon-like? Why would I say Mormon-like? They're, very similar. One doesn't precede the other. The amount of severity does not matter to a cult. Yeah, it's just words you say, oh, it's a cult. It's a cult. The science said so. And you are saying, nuh-uh. Right? You may not like it, but that's where the way the world is heading with that definition. Even an old definition from 1961 agrees with this. From 1961! So you can't even say, oh, I guess in the past words meant what they meant. Like, 1961! That's your opinion? JW is not an official cult? They're as official as you can do as in a descriptor. Like, it's like saying that, you know, this thing is an apple. Well, it's not an official apple. Well, it is an apple, by definition. A rose by any other name is still a rose. That Jehovah's Witnesses are a cult, its term itself is highly controversial subject and lacks a single globally accepted definition, instead perspectives. And we gave you a very solid definition of the word cult. And your answer to it was, nuh-uh. So excuse me if your opinion seems to matter very little. In this particular instance. As an established sector, new religious movement, these scholars note that while the group is highly insulated, it has existed. Oh, he's using ChatGPT, a highly recognized source. Oh man, a perfect source for, you know, figuring out if something's a cult or not. ChatGPT will give me the answer. AI will give me the answer. Fucking bullshit. It is not the official ammo, apparently. For over a century as a million of global and lacks a single living charismatic leader, traits that distance it from the classic definition of it. I do not care for your fucking ChatGPT bullshit. Also, having one hyper leader, what's the difference between having one hyper leader and one leader that's, you know, and having a collective leadership? It's not emotional like you, human. But it is just wrong half the time. You're bullshit? I don't know, you're the one trying to spew bullshit. It's not emotional like you. Yeah, but it's just wrong half the time. So, bro doesn't use his own brain? Evidently. He's tweaking? I'm laughing at you. Is that... If that's your definition of tweaking, we can go on for that one. Brown has picked a weird, incorrect hill to die on, yeah. But yeah, the byte model is pretty universal now for stuff. See? Well, because you are actively using and spewing bad arguments, and you are refusing to step down from that and realize and do some, actual critical thinking instead of, hey, ChatGPT, can you confirm my bias, please? And so now I'm making fun of you for that. Power bottom? I'm actually a Switch. Nintendo Switch. I get to play Pokemon, Zelda, a lot of other games. JW is not an official cult? Really? And you have, evidently some source besides ChatGPT to confirm this, right? You are disfellowshipped angry man. I'm not disfellowshipped. I'm not disfellowshipped. That's where you're wrong. I voluntarily left the organization. Because I developed my own moral compass. So I didn't get disfellowshipped. I said, feck you, I quit. It's just denial boss? Oh yeah. It's funny though. You have been disfellowshipped and are angry with them. I am angry with them because they are a cult. But I haven't been disfellowshipped. You evidently don't know, like, how disfellowshipping works within the context of Jehovah's Witnesses. Because there's disassociation and disfellowshipping. I can't blame you for not knowing the difference, but, The fact that you've only said bullshit since the start of this leads me to not care about your feelings too much. I'm not a Christian, but I wonder what made you think JW is a cult. Religions aren't followed too strictly nowadays. I see them as another source of motivation or fulfillment for people, false or not. So yeah, let me explain to you how they're a cult. So maybe we'll have D'Lo Brown work through this, right? So, what are cults? Cults are synonymous with high control groups. What are high control groups? High control groups are organizations that place heavy emphasis on restricting and controlling a person's life for a myriad of different reasons. Sometimes it's personal gain, sometimes it's ideological gain, sometimes it's, sometimes it is a genuine thought of metaphysical bullshit, right? So, how do we identify them? We use the BITE model, right? So, B stands for behavioral, I stands for information, T stands for thought, and E stands for emotional control. So many organizations will, influence these things. Like school will influence your behavior, right? You have to act a certain way so you don't get, punished, blah, 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 blah. So the difference between like organizations and cults is instead of influencing them, they control these aspects of your life, right? They control these aspects of your life. And they do this through a variety of methods. Cults will use isolation. They will use shame, guilt, social pressures, and they will also use like punishments and all this different stuff. Right? So, how do Jehovah's Witnesses fit into this? So, first, let's talk about behavior. You are expected to put on the new personality as a Jehovah's Witness. The new personality means literally giving up your entire previous existence, including your friends, family, to become one of Jehovah's Witnesses, right? You are expected to, live in accordance with what they think are the, Bible principles. That includes, not having, controlling, sex. It controls, sex. It can control, your day-to-day life and a lot of different stuff. Because cults love controlling sex, either in a way to benefit the leader or just in general. They just love doing it. Because if you can control a person's most deep, desires, then you can control them in anything you do. Now, information. Jehovah's Witnesses are taught that any information outside of the stuff that they produce is apostate, and anything that's critical of them is apostate and literally controlled by Satan. So you are this is not just you are discouraged from looking at outside sources and doing your own research. You are actively told not to do that. Right? You are actively told don't do that. Because, that's bad, okay? They want to, they do what they can to control the information you receive. Then you have thought. There's a few different ways they control your thoughts. You are taught to, as with the idea of putting on the new personality, to think a specific way. Your thoughts are usually, you're never good enough, right? You need to keep doing more, give more, give more. But also with other things, for instance, there are instances where you're not allowed to vote, right, as a Jehovah's Witness. And so they will literally, I do remember a talk that they gave, I do remember a talk from one of the governing body members. The governing body members are just 8 men that control everything. Literally said, hey, you shouldn't even be thinking about who you would want to win the vote, right? Because that shows bad, it's thought crime, right? To think something is bad. And then you have emotional control. Then you have emotional control. And emotional control is everywhere. They do this with mourning. They do it with, tone policing. They do it with a vast, crazy amount of things that you are expected to feel. And if you're not feeling the right way, people will notice and comment on it. Because there's a huge, heavy emphasis in JW culture to be tattletales on one another. Because if you can, kind of report someone, you're doing them a favor, right? So that they can be healed. It's like seeing a sickness that someone's trying to hide. Imagine in a zombie apocalypse, someone's trying to hide a bite mark, right? They view it as oh, I found the bite mark. We can help them now, either cut off the arm or whatever, right? I'm just using it as an analogy. So all these combined allows Jehovah's Witnesses to be a cult. Simply put, there's a lot more, their refusal of blood transfusions, their unwillingness to participate within, just society, and being very cut off, as they're taught to be. And also their fundamentalist views. It's just how it be. An earthquake just happened. Luckily, I was far, so it was small for me, so I got back home safely. I'm glad that you're safe, Swordsman. Anyways, that is the spiel on how a cult is, and I hope DLO Brown learned a thing or two, although I kind of doubt it. aqua salty today. When someone is telling me that I am wrong about something that I am heavily versed in, yeah, I'm going to be, I'm going to be very specific. Like, I am very versed with this bullshit, and one of the things that feels horrible for ex-cult members is the fact that, people will, since they can't understand the level of control that was placed on your life, they will dismiss your experience. Like, they will dismiss your experience because they don't understand your experience. And that's one thing that cult members are just like, ugh, ugh. It pisses us off. Well, it pisses me off. Other cult members, they get just sad or whatever. But, you know, it's really hard to, like, it's very pervasive, the thought, because it's not just, like, your actions that are controlled. It's your very thoughts. Religion doesn't really have that amount of influence by itself anymore. It's become a tradition. The enforcement is now social pressure and family. It does sound pretty bad, though. Well, religion is a catch-all term. Some religions in secular societies don't have that level of influence because secular societies have either punished said religion to be able to actuate their cause, or they just are not able to create the same followings that they used to back in the day because the world is a lot more interconnected. That doesn't mean that cults still don't exist. That fell under theocracies? Yeah. And Axe is right. I literally got the same Google AI review. Yeah. Fascinating. Oh. Good enough time as ever to get that, I guess. I need to restart that because I did that. You just want to know what the brown guy looks like? Hey, that's amazing. I'm not sure you're allowed to see. I just want to know what he looks like. That's kind of funny. Where you at, man? I think when he got, I think he left because all of a sudden I was talking about verifiable stuff and actually talking and getting into like the nitty gritty of how things work. And I don't think his mind was really able to comprehend that, and so he decided to run. Am I still salty? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, he's back! You're a strong man? Yes, I know I am. Thank you. He's back! And when the world needed him most. Although calling them a cult is pretty alienating. I think these types of people dismiss your because your view contradicts theirs and threatens their source of emotional safety. Oh, absolutely. But, you know, calling them a cult is not that... It's not the fact that they're alienating. It's the fact that it's just true. You won? I know. Thank you. We'll take the faster. You did it? I know. Thank you. With him freely being available also allows him better reach to the disenfranchised. Pretty much. Oh, gross. It's you. Anyway, remember when God struck an innocent baby so it became ill, died after 7 days, caused tetanus, and would do great for the sins of David? Yeah, lol, I love the Bible. Yeah. What a great source of beautiful knowledge the Bible gives us. The word cultist carries a connotation and the emotional value that feels very to when it's related to something people make part of their identity. Yeah. Sucks for them. It's a very real thing that hits. Like, there's just... We're talking about reality here, right? So... There's been a concerning decline on secular thoughts and people getting into weird enclaves. Yep. I love how cult is actually a word used in biblical scholarship to mean what it initially meant, a new small religious movement like Christianity started as a Jewish cult. Yeah, and they were also a cult, like, they were a cult even in his day, in our modern definition, like how Jesus, like, expected his followers to be. Yeah, they would be considered a cult. Absolutely they would. Hey, Danielle Berry. Chant the card attack with corrupted. Probably not. I'll just transform the streak into another feral. That's nice. Game piece. Ooh. 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 All right. Full health. Let's do this. You got a lot of people following allegedly without taking care of their work or food before you gave them fish and bread. He also like expected you to sell all of your possessions before following him. Yeah. It does suck for them still. It can be more productive for a proper if you navigate people's emotions. I don't even know if that type of convo is your attention though, of course. If they come into my chat to talk, I'd be happy to talk with them and explain why they're in a cult. But at the end of the day, a person that's in a cult, and as a person who was in a cult knows, that you can't, no matter what you do, based on how a cult operates, you're not going to be able to get them out of it. Just because of the nature of cults, right? Like, the nature of cults is to grip their claws in you, right? So, the only way I would ever have a productive conversation with a former cult member is for them to already be questioning their thoughts, right? They already have to be questioning something. They already have to be going against the direction that they receive from the governing body to even talk to me. To the Jehovah's Witnesses, like, I am taught, not that that's how they view me because of how they are taught, but they are taught to view me that I am essentially a cancer, right? In fact, I am considered mentally diseased, and not even like That's not a hyperbolic statement. That is word for word what former members of Jehovah's Witnesses who speak critically of the organization are called. Mentally diseased. So, if a Jehovah's Witness is to come into my chat, they already have to be questioning something. And I'd be happy to talk with them, but, you know, you have to be very upfront and honest. All you can do is talk with them. And yeah, I will be cognizant of their feelings, but I'm not going to not call them a cult because I'm cognizant of other people's feelings. It's like, I'm not going to not call a rose because someone's going to get offended by the word rose. Like, it is what they are. And the sooner, like, if they recognize, like, that's what they're going to be, and if they ask why they think that, like, if they hear me say the word cult and then just leave, then the cult programming is still in there. But if they ask why, then we can have a cognizant discussion. It's better to gently challenge views to make them question it themselves. You can't... No, that you misunderstand... You're already misunderstanding how to come in. I'm not sure how much information and how many times you've interacted with people from a cult background, but once again, the only way to gently challenge their views is to be a part of their life to begin with, right? They're not supposed to even interact with me. Like I told you, they're not even supposed to interact with me. And I will not coddle a view that actively harms people. Right? I wouldn't coddle... Do JWs think about normal Christians are saved or no? No. The only ones who are saved are Jehovah's Witnesses. In fact, all other Christians, in their eyes, are controlled by Babylon the Great. Or Satan. First card you play each combat is played an extra time. I am controlled by a hot demon. You better be. They're not supposed to interact with you, but they do. The reason those bubbles work is because it brings them stability. They never question. Even a gentle push can make someone ask questions. I think you're misunderstanding what we're talking about here. Right? Like, this isn't like you can't be gentle in describing exactly what they're part of. That's just what they're a part of. It's an unfortunate reality, but that's what all cult members, including myself, had to come deal with. You had to come to terms with that. Damn, that's wild. Like, even on a view of probability, you wouldn't just believe atheists are wrong and Muslims, but even other Christians that aren't your type of Christians. Oh yeah, JWs are really weird. What did you eat? I ate pizza today. Crap. Okay. Like, if God is only saving a small portion of Christians who make up a portion of all religion, and God isn't doing a very good job saving people? Well, remember, it's hidden from the eyes of unbelievers, Axe. You know this. You know that this is that God has clouded the minds of the unbelievers. Like from Domino's? No, from a local restaurant place. Shit! I wanted that one a lot earlier. Oh well. How? Top 3 toppings on a pizza: bacon, tomatoes, like extra, like actual like sliced tomatoes, and back bacon. $2 a.m. in Scotland. Have a good one. It's 9 a.m. here in Scotland. Oh, I take 2 damage here. You can be gentle. Euphemism structure of your sentencing. Someone having a view that can bring harm is all the more reason. Once they set off, they will close off and not listen. That wouldn't help. Once again, you have not interacted with cult members, evidently. They're already closed off. They're already closed off. Right? I will be matter of fact with them. Because they need to know the matter of fact. Right? It's more than just, these are, you know, kids. These are adults being actively, you know, talked about. Like, it's, like, actively harming others with their faith. And themselves. There is an urgency to getting them out of that situation. Structural attempt and emotional isolation on a personal level. I disagree with you. Because once again, at the end of the day, the only person that's getting them out of a cult is you. Is themselves. No one else is going to be able to get them out of the cult. Aqua just slaps people? Yes. Sure. I don't expect to be the person that changes a JW's mind. If they come into my chat, I will talk with them. And happily have a conversation. But they're going to be coming in already. They need they need facts. They need to have it broken down as to why these things are bad, right? Not like, oh, you're in a bad spot. Because remember that JWs are also taught that they have the best life ever, right? I do not pretend that I am giving good news to JWs when I tell them that they're in a cult, but unfortunately, it's the truth. Right? They need to be treated with precision and carefulness? Well, this is a stream. I can't make a stream in mind that takes into account every precise identity that may or may not come onto my stream. Even if you are true, which I feel, I do not agree with you. Right? I unfortunately have to explain and I have had Jehovah's Witnesses come onto my channel before. And I've had to explain, like, yeah, like, this is why they're a cult. And then they proceeded to then, like, attack my channel. Calling me a liar. So once again, like, that doesn't have anything to do with being nice or not. That's just what they're going to do. I'm not necessarily casually streaming. There is a point to this. This is more for ex-JWs than, let's say, stuff like that, but yeah. Besides, I've only had 2 Jehovah's Witnesses come on my chat before, which was very interesting. But yeah, when it comes to that sort of thing, like, they need to be told the truth. About the truth. The JWs that don't feel offended won't feel the need to react and scroll further. Well, JWs, like, the only ones that are going to interact with my stream, right? It's not like every JW is hardwired like that. That's the point of a cult, is that for the most part they are hardwired like that. If they're being a good Jehovah's Witness, then they are hardwired like that. That's the whole point of a cult. That's literally the whole point of it. Oh, fuck these guys. Like, I feel like you misunderstand, like, how pervasive their thinking process can be. Like, I can't, like, they need more than just... Yeah. Rila says it good. I don't agree with you on that. A lot of religions have a lot of must-dos that people do not follow but still take on, and I don't doubt that it was bad for you personally, though. Yeah, there's plenty of things that are must-dos, but the thing is a lot of those must-dos in religion, such as sex before marriage, may be an awkward conversation with your parents. Not, hey, parents, I did this thing, and now no longer have parents. Statistically impossible? You would be surprised! Like... That's the point of a cult. Like, you are what? Yeah, Rila is right. You are mistaking, like, you are conflating two different things together when they're not the same thing. Far from it, unfortunately. This isn't an assumption. I grew up with this. This isn't just an assumption. I grew up with this shit. And also, calling something a cult, calling it for what it is not inherently antagonistic. These bastards. Here we go. There's still bias to that? Sure. But my bias is based on, like, not just, like... not just from my own personal experience of how these things operate. It's also like, hey, I've also done researches on cults and how they operate and why they think that the way they do and all that sort of stuff, right? Like, I don't have any hope to see my friend out of that cult. Unfortunately, I found a surprise when I found you. Oh no. I'm scared to know what that surprise is. In a way that will be seen as such, which of course affects the effectiveness. Most people from my community, the XJW community, would disagree with you. In fact, like, yeah, like the vast majority will just disagree with you. You're conflating two different animals together. Because no matter what I say, a disingenuous Jehovah's Witness will always think no matter what I do will be antagonistic. My very existence is antagonistic. So someone that is genuinely searching and trying to understand things, hearing, like, they're a cult, hearing something contrary because they've been told their entire life that they are not a cult, is something that they do need to hear. Yeah, but, like, the bias works. This isn't survivorship bias, because these are all the members that left. I mean that he is deep into it. No way I'm ever seeing him out. Also, he said if he ever gets involved in XE, he has that blood rejection thing. I don't know, I just hope he's alright. Oof, I'm sorry to hear that, bud. I messed up. I forgot that my first card is played twice. I should probably play the thing that plays twice. Like... Cannot be grounded? Yeah, and I'm telling you why we think this way. It's fun so far. I got a fun way quicker than I thought it would be. Nice. I'm glad that you like it so much. Ow. Okay, that was close. Nice. Yeah, 7 Days to Die is a very big, different animal from that. Dog from experience though, purely, do you think every JW is strict like this? If it's so successful, how would there be XJWs? So speaking purely from logic, right? No, absolutely not. But speaking from logic, the ones that generally are the ones that are going to get out are the ones that need to hear a specific thing that's goes contrary to what the wiring was. Right? Because I cannot get every Jehovah's Witness. Impossible. Impossible. Right? Otherwise, a lot of Jehovah's Witnesses would be out if they had heard from the gentle nudging, from everything, because, yeah, it'd be impossible. So what am I trying to get? The ones that are already questioning. And those are the ones that need to hear specifically. Like, hey, this is what's happening. Like, no shade to you, but this is what's happening, unfortunately. Yeah, the ones that are really into the JW theology, it's too late. You can't get those ones out. They have to still be on the pathway to get that out the way. They need to get themselves out of that. Like, out of that headspace before, any more discussion can continue. Easy. Damage. Oh yeah, Claw can get really funny. Oh, this asshole. It's too late as a more huge, then you're concluding that no practical can help them, but you're limited to your own experience and ideas, right? No, this is just our best understanding of how cults operate. This is our best understanding of how cults operate. So, yeah, when they have internalized these thoughts so much that literally everything else outside of their belief is, literally controlled by Satan, there is nothing you can do. Like, as an individual, there is nothing you can do. The only thing you can do is help the ones that are already questioning. If they've internalized it that hard, they need to, they need to be in a better headspace to be able to recognize that, yeah, that's a really crappy headspace to be in. Chill. What did I do? I meant to bring back my compact, but here we are. It's too absolute, too black and white. There's nuance to everything, including this. People change constantly, even the most heavily internal can and get. Oh, yes, absolutely. They can change, but not from anything that you can do. Right? Absolutely, people can change. I don't doubt that any way at all. But there's nothing an outside individual can do. Nothing. At least there's nothing that an outside individual can do. They need to do the legwork to start questioning those thoughts themselves. Hey, Ascension 3 victory. Ascension 10 victory. You want? I doubt I could change someone that. But if we're talking about people like Clinic, that there's more to be said. Do you want to put the put cult member as a thing in the DSM 5? Nah, that's too much. You're not. I wouldn't suggest doing that. No. No. I don't even think clinical psychologists would have a good enough success rate for that to be useful. I highly doubt that. Heck, even other leading psychologists would agree with me on that, like Stephen Hassan. This game hates me. Okay. Whew. Cloak and dagger. Two strikes? Yes. Ooh, up my sleeve versus Snakebite. Snakebite, we're fighting Lagavulin. They're literally therapists specialized in high control groups, though? Yeah, absolutely. Unfortunately, from a high control group's perspective, the only reason why those people would go there is if they're already making that effort to do so. A person that is still internalized the ideals of a cult will not go to a therapist for that. Never. If that would happen, the cult would not exist. Yeah. Maybe I should have moved. You know, it's like I'll just Acme bag and Cultman say, "We will fix you now." You're right, they wouldn't go to a therapist. What I'm saying, though, is that it can be fixed. Is the absolute people with too far gone. What I meant by too far gone is not that there was no hope of ever reaching that person, but too far gone as in too far gone that that anything that any outside source would be able to do anything with. That's what I meant by that. They're too far gone in the sense of, yeah, there's nothing that any outside source can do. They have to do some internal perspective shifts to be able to have any sort of, you know, progress. I may also be salty. It's okay, Rila. We can be salty together. Wow! First good freaking one. Oh no, I need healing. I need healing, Silver Fears. I need healing. Well, that doesn't help me now. Off we go. But a therapist is an outside source? I guess you mean like general people, which I can agree with. Some nuance, of course. Absolutely nothing. Well, sure. Nothing's absolute, but... I'm certainly not going to tailor my responses. Because there's no way that there's anything I can do. Oh, it took 1 damage. Nice. Take another snake bite. I need healing. You are dead. Thinking, not advising, or I was talking and thinking, not advising or criticizing personally. Well, and we were okay. Okay. Sure. Okay, we got through these guys fairly well. Kind of spooky how close it was. I guess it'll... God, I stuck with the orb robot guy. Oh, I love the orb robot guy. He's my favorite. He's my favorite. Okay. We did it! Shadow Melt. Yeah, I'll take a Shadow Melt. Alright, Lagavulin time! I am scared. I am very scared. Okay, 14 poison. Will go on every turn. Oh, it's okay. Don't know on the opposing. It's okay. It's just like we were just dealing with a person that you came in at a really bad time. Not that that's your fault, but you came in at a really bad time because we just were dealing with a person that was doing cult denial, which, as a former person that was part of a cult, fucking pisses me the fuck off. You weren't part of a cult. They're not a cult. It's like, I was in it, bitch. Okay, Lagavulin, dead. Nice. Bullet time, yeah. We got 2 snake bites, we take a bullet time. Snecko? Snecko angle? With bullet time? That feels really bad. But really fun. God. They should give you 1 extra energy with this, but here we go! Oh, there's my bullet time. Woo! Oh, that's the dream turn right there. Yikes. Huh. This might actually be a good deck. None of these. Because I'm right, so fuck you. Yeah. That's my bullet time. Off we go. Okay, so this deck actually might be legit. Which is kind of funny. Hey! It upgraded one of my snake bites. That's pretty good. Take a bouncing flask. Vigorous. Has the potential to do a lot of damage, that one. Yes. Hell yeah. Oh, the guy did a damn speedrun? Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, I take a lot of damage here. That's just due to card draw, not necessarily. Not good. I'll take it. another? Nah, I don't. Ooh, wait, I don't think we need Razor Tooth. Backflip could be good. Oh, Sturdy Clamps is nice. Sturdy Clamps are very nice. Hello, Decimillipede. Okay. I need a good bullet time. These are not good bullet times. Here's a good bullet time. There we go. D&D system might give it a go. Oh, nice. I got a lizard. Lizard. I probably shouldn't have taken escape plan. That's my bad. Should have taken that one. What do I do if I face the Dorito? Guess we're gonna find out. I just, like, thought about it. I'm like, huh, I'm not sure what I do. I guess we're gonna find out what happens. Okay. This might save me. Ow. Could have been worse. Could have been a lot worse. I guess we're not out of the woodworks yet. But we should be good to go. Yeah, we're okay. Could have been a lot worse. Pinpoint. And now we face the Entomancer, which we should be pretty good against, actually. Especially when we do stuff like this. Do we draw, like, no block? We did. Okay, we're good now. I was, like, gonna be like, what the fuck? Oh, that sucks. A little bit unlucky there. That's okay. We didn't take a lot of damage. And now we have 3 strength. And Mega Prep! Woo! So we start our hand off with maximum... Okay, that's cool. Strike Dummy for Red Mask. Bronze Scales for Akobeko. Ooh. That gotta be the Red Mask. Oh, wait. I don't have Akobeko. I do have this, though. Okay, Cam. Just tell me you hate me. Snacko giveth, and he also taketh away. Okay. This, I can't believe how well this deck is working, actually. It's actually kind of insane. Adrenaline Malaise. I could take the Malaise. I could also take Master Planner. Master Planner. We have 1 discard. Probably not. And why don't I take Adrenaline? Because I don't want to 1 mana gain 1, and I don't want to I don't want to draw 2 cards. I don't want just a Pot of Greed. I mean, technically, if it's at 1 mana, it's a Pot of Greed, which isn't bad. It's not bad. Like, Pot of Greed's pretty good. It just becomes Pot of Greed. But at 2 mana, it becomes useless, and at 3 mana, it becomes even more useless, and it doesn't work with Bullet Time. So we take the Malaise. Oh, hi, tanks. Transform up to 6 cards into Maul. Every 4 cards you play, draw 1 card. Or whenever you kill an elite, could go elite hunting. That feels... I know it's only 2 elites, it's 8 upgrades. Or I risk it and I fight. We can find out how we feel after this one. And either go this way or that way. Okay. Wow, this game just hates me. What is this hand? What am I supposed to do with this hand? Hello? Guess I'll die. I found a fun isekai game. Oh, what'd you find? Trunk-kun is supporting me from another world. What? What? You're a delivery driver that accidentally isekai'd an office lady? Alright. 15 health. She began buff Elven Warrior, you have to run over people that easily got so she can power level with the XP. That feels horrible. It sounds horrible. Seth MacFarlane.
Yes, Bri.
I'm totally Seth MacFarlane. Stewie, what are you talking about? Meh. Yes, I'm totally Seth MacFarlane. Why would you insult Aqua like that? Unfortunately, I take a little bit of damage. Okay, one of these upgrades is better than the other. The Shadow Meld is not a very good upgrade, but the Noxious Fumes and the Flechettes, the Defend, and the Backflip. Okay, those are fine. Oh, yeah. Bag of marbles. Ooh. We're gonna keep this just in case we get bullet time. We did not get bullet time. Okay. We keep it just in case we get bullet time. We did. It's hot. It's so hot here in California. I left my 12 in a car and exploded. Yeah, don't explode. Oof. Yeah, you don't want things exploding on you. That doesn't sound like a good time. Car got caramelized. Okay, not bad. My upgrades are no more, however. Your mom, I guess. However, your mother. Have you considered your mother? Get wrecked. Ooh, a blur. That's very strong. Ooh. Prep time. We'll take another obnoxious fruit, I guess. At least it's not OG Coke, have a bunch of addicts trying to get in the car like a Zomboid herd. I have been really enjoying playing Zomboid. Do I take this prep time? Yeah, I'll take it. So alright, buddy. See what you're made out of. Why am I not drawing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess I am. Wait. Goodbye. Okay. And we got the petrified toad. Of course. How useful. I'm taking this ricochet. How much is 18 times 5? And wait, how much is 27 times 5? I'm getting a calculator out for this one. I'm not doing this one. How much is it? 27 times 5? I can do this math, but I'm not doing it. 135. Is 135 more than 247? No. It is not. Depression. It's a lot of damage. Petrified toad. All my homies hate that petrified toad. I hate petrified toad so much. No! The first time bullet time has failed me! Is this a sign? What the fuck is that gif? What is that? That's so gross. Georgie March. What is that? It's that's horrifying. I hate it so much. It's not even gonna do anything for me. I might as well just throw this, I guess, so that so it is useful a grand total of twice, maybe. That's beautiful. No! Do not encourage this. This does not need to be encouraged. Hey, bullet time. Boom, 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 boom. Die. Venom! Probably not. Alright. I guess we upgrade that? Maybe. Do melee. Actually, we'll upgrade the melee plans. Alright! Let's do this thing. We are facing. Okay. for Crooked and her love of bullet time. Hiya! There you go. It has caused 15 damage to Aeon Glass. Unfortunately, the rest of my hand is ass. Kapow! Unfortunately, the rest of my hand is ass. There is... Ugh. I don't think this is going to get any better. So, hiya! Okay. Okay, well, he's at half health. Something. Help. This does 50 damage, though. That's pretty impressive. Too bad that, like, 50 damage is coming my way. Can we take a moment to look at my hand and realize that it's bullshit? And why am I saying that my hand is bullshit? Because randomized makes your cards cost from 0 to 3, right? So on average, your card should cost 1.5. 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 0, 2. That's a bullshit hand. Sounds accurate. Yeah, that's a bullshit hand. It's not very kind. I guess we block for 16, and we do that, and we do that, and we hold this and this, and then we pray for like a massive fucking bullet time. Which doesn't come our way. For reasons that may become apparent to us later, I guess. I don't know. We hold on to this and this for a massive bullet time. Unfortunately, we might draw like a billion withers next turn. We did not. Okay. Okay. Behold. Ma, 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 da, na, 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 na. Yay! We only took 2 damage that turn. Oh. Oh. Well, we have no choice but to take the damage. Alright, now we must fight the queen with 20 HP and a dream. Oh! And of course, a potion-shaped rock! Don't worry, guys! I'm sure it will do everything I pray for it to do. It will help, can't get bound. Yeah, I'm sure. Okay, well. That, like that. Like that. We go like that. So this is an example of a bullshit hand again. Actually, we don't want to hold that. Guess we hold these two. Ooh! 19 times 6. How much is that? I swear to God, if this fucking potion, that's 114. Okay. So we can just do this. Then we do that. Okay, we're good. Both and both. Okay. Bullet time coming in clutch! I'm just gonna touch Insanity it, because there's no... I mean, might as well. It's still fucking close. Are we dead? So 6 plus 6 plus 7 is 12. That's not enough. Okay. The only way we win is if we draw into... Does dodge and roll save us? A 0 mana dodge and roll? It will give me 2 plus 6, so it'll give me 8. So 6 plus 8 plus 7. 13 plus 8 is 21. Nope. The only way to do it. So the only way I think we win, yeah, the only way we get a chance to live is the 1 in 3 chance to draw defend, plus with the spiral enchantment. And it also costs 0 or 1. Is by throwing the rock. Yeah, no, we can't do that. Anyways. Shit! It could have been such a good clip! If we actually did it! Fuck you, Rock. Moral victory right there. Oh, shame. Wait! We have Lizard Tail! Lizard! 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 I was waiting. I completely forgot I had Lizard Tail. Lizard! 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 Completely forgot that we had that stupid relic. Wow, a Snecko Eye run. That's kind of a first. It is actually a first. See, the rock helped. The rock did shit. The 30 damage didn't mean anything. It was the fucking cursed item that shall not be named. And yeah, another Ascension 10 victory. This was a weird deck. Like, a really weird silent deck. Of which we were able to upgrade, like, most of our deck, too. Like, of our 30-card deck, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. We had more than half our card did out. I pointed it out because it wasn't directly above the tail, but you still didn't notice. Oh, it was directly underneath the tail. Yeah, it was directly above the tail. Is by throwing the rock. The rock gave way to our victory, I guess. But yeah, I'm not sure how good Fishing Rod was because it like upgraded 3 cards, and it's like for a relic, it's like for a starting relic, like upgrading like a card at the end of each act is, or like at the beginning of each act. Like if there was a relic where like if it upgraded a card for every at the start of every like combat encounter, a random card that you could pick, probably be better than Fishing Rod. Just because it has like early game and then kind of transitions. Wow, it's warm in here. Why is it so warm? Oh, Cups is streaming. Oh yeah. My gift sub to Back to Bloom has just inspired. Oh no. Why is it so warm in here? Yeah, so then. Oh, need to get a drink. All right. Well, that was. We've gotten 2 Ascension 3 victories, Ascension 10 victories this stream. It's not bad. Alright. Let's go. Demand Soulstorm. Demand will always be good. Maybe not right now, but you know, better than the alternative. Just, you know, death. Alright, Necrowunder. A Haunt and a Severance. Take the Severance for now. Grave Warden. Alright, so we have a lot of souls already. Souls. The poor unfortunate souls. Have a care. In a poor unfortunate souls. You know, like, I'm not trans, but I guarantee, like, a trans person would talk to Ursula to get their ideal body. And if they had to give up their voice, they'd probably do it. Ursula just be sitting there like, I'm taking your voice. They're like, I don't care, I want to look, I can't be, I want to be me. Well, yeah. I could see also Ursula being like, really like, oh yeah, you go off, queen, be yourself. It's the whole premise of the tale. Transgenderism? Is that anachronistic, or? Enchant one card with Sliver. You know what? Then I don't have to upgrade it. And if I don't have to upgrade it, and there's a chance that it's just as good as upgrade. Okay, so it either, like, I don't have to upgrade it, so it doesn't turn into a 2 mana, and now it has a chance to be just as it is normally, without an upgrade, without an investigative upgrade. As good as it is without an upgrade, or better than both of them. Speaking of which. Not with the desire to live different than you're born as a parallel. Oh yeah, of course. This flykin' it. I hate this flykin' it so fucking much. The worst. It's the worst, I tell you. The worst! I have to get through this with 15 HP. I should be able to. Oh, that was close. Berry. There is a reason to take Berry. I have a lot of energy. I should take it. I have a lot of energy. I should take it. Like, and I'm immediately rewarded with a lethality. Okay. I love you, game. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for understanding my plight and my pleas. I appreciate you. I appreciate you a lot. Bag of prep. Of course I fight these feckers. The game is like, no. You misunderstand. Like, no. We're not going that easy on you. Take these guys. I'm an idiot! Okay, off we go. Oh, we're fighting Phantom. Aqua may be bound. Okay. Give me a berry. That wasn't berry. Do I die because of this? No, but you get very close. Transfigure is awesome with what I'm trying to do here. Borrow time. Okay. Yeah. Okay. How do I kill Vanta, by the way? I'm not sure how I'm supposed to kill Vanta, by the way. I will never unlock Ascension with Iron Dumbass. I mean, fair. Okay. Uh-oh. I'm gonna redo this fight. I have an idea, like, I probably can do this differently. So I can go like this. And I give up lethality, but that should be okay because I have so much energy and maybe I survive that way. We'll see. They have a little bit more health, I guess. Okay, he no longer has Slippery on. Well, we tried. There was nothing we could do. Unfortunately, Ventum completely counters this cool build. Of swing gigantic ass attack. Kaleidoscope. shivs go crazy with this guy. Five's not bad. Gun Cup is card creation. So we'll take it. Oh, cool. That has a sound effect for all of the Gun Cup. Okay. Hidden Cache Bulwark. Well, can't say no to a Bulwark. Black Hole, Kingly Punch, Astropulse. Man, am I saying no to a black hole? Yeah, just take it. Okay, well, I just have to find some star creation now. Clash. Notoriously not the best card in the world, but, you know, also not the worst. Another black hole. Okay, black holes and all them are good and all, but I only have one card that does stars. Right now. Alright, I guess two, but still. Oh my god, I used Clash. Orgy Glow is a card. There we go. Oh my god. Clash? Clash? Clash coming in, like, clutch? Somehow? Absolutely gorgeous. Damage. Quasar. I will take it. Chant a card with steady. Interesting. Just take the next one. We took 1 damage this fight? Maybe? That's kind of crazy. Not bad. Our AoE's pretty good. And a hidden cache, which is probably better than Tyranny for what we're doing. Not a great turn. Historically, not one of the best. Okay. Whenever you crit a card, gain 1 strength or void form. Void form. Probably. Gain additional energy, or you may sacrifice card rewards, or Pale's probably Pale's Wing. Pale's Wing. How do you like Slay the Spire 2? Slay the Spire is one of my favorite games, and one of my favorite games was replaced with Slay the Spire 2, so pretty good. I would say it's better, yeah. Any cards that I specifically want to draw? These are okay that I draw them like this. Who's your favorite character? Definitely Defect. He is definitely the most sexually charged of all the characters. Unfortunately, I'm just taking 6, I guess. Yeah. What kind of cult were you in? The pinned comment reveals all. Goodbye, Bullbug. Take up the lark. Ow. Oh, well. Ow, ow, ow. Oh, Hunter Killer's gonna kick my ass. Good to fucking know. I'm back. White Beast statue. See if I can live long enough to use it. Wonder Beetle is up. Well, too late. That was unfortunate. It was a fun deck, but it was just a lot of different things going on at the same time. I think it might be time to head her out. Yeah, I've been streaming for 4 hours. I've been streaming for 4 hours. I got work tomorrow. Yeah. So, yes, but I'm doing it. Tomorrow should be Minecraft. Good times, good times. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining. For those of you on YouTube, the show is now over. But for those of you on Twitch, the show may not be over. Let's go raid the cups. Be nice, but bully the feck out of cups if you can. Please and thank you. But the fact you are already raiding cups. There we go. What is happening? Okay, let's try that again. Following. Raid. Cups. I guess. Oh, there we go. As always, thank you so much for watching the stream. I very much appreciate it. I hope that you all have a fantastic evening. Stay safe, sleep well, and do not let the bed bite. Until next time, bye for now.